Yo, what's up? I'm Grizz, and welcome back from our Tokyo Revengers. Last week, things took a turn for the worst. Mitsuya showed up. Things didn't go too well. Everyone got the brakes beaten off of them. It's looking pretty grim right now. Don't really know where we go from here. Mitsuya is not going to win this fight, so the only guess would end up being that Draken and Mikey are going to show up because they showed Mikey, like, hearing Mitsuya's bike or something. So my guess is somehow he's going to find him and then show up. I think that's the only logical thing that's going to occur here. So I guess then we'll end up just seeing them fight if he does show up, and hopefully it gets resolved there. So maybe this episode, probably not though, probably next episode, and then we'll have some after stuff to do for a few episodes, maybe. I don't know. If you enjoy, hit the like and subscribe button. They do really mean a lot to me. Also, thank you to everybody who commented and just gave me some clarification on some stuff from the last episode, as well as everyone who kind of, I guess, just agreed with me or whatever. It was nice to have as much feedback as I got on that, so thank you. So yeah, let's get going with episode 8. Drive together. We're gonna have to work as a fucking team to do this, boys. He says, shut up. You are absolutely not. Oh my god. He just grabbed him by the hair and said, nope. Oh my god. Oh, alright. I thought he fucking just dropped him completely there. I don't know how Takemichi's still standing, I'll be honest. Good for him. Oh, he's enraged. Okay. It's not changing. Yeah. He just kept charging with nothing to go for. But now look at what you have. You have so much. He might not be able to change anything, but everyone together, that's a different story. And I think Taiju's failing to, or not Taiju, Hakkai's failing to realize that. But he keeps getting up. He keeps going. But you gotta fucking try. Yep. Gotta give it a shot. Ugh. Oh, he hit a shot. He finally landed one. It's eye-opening to everyone. This is the type of shit that gets people motivated. They see that and they're like, oh shit, there's a chance. Mitsuya about to stand now. You're gonna remember how to walk. Oh, why did he fall? Uh-oh. Look who's back up first, though. Hakkai, you're kind of annoying me. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's some real shit. He's spitting. He spits about twice per season. This is one of them. He's in the zone right now. He brought both brothers down to their knees. Save them. Help them. He can't do anything alone. And he's alone. He doesn't realize it. You're all alone. Mm-hmm. There's a chance. Everyone's getting motivated. Nice. There's not. She is. I don't know where he's going with us. And he hasn't been able to. He wasn't able to do anything. Yeah, he's all talk. Yeah. But he didn't do anything. He couldn't do anything in his eyes. He just couldn't move.
俺はずっと守られてきたんだ。 あれ全部嘘なんだ。
じゃあてめえはあれだな。これからは2人分殴られるわけだ。
He would just say things to act tough.
ユズは。
Which tracks, I guess, completely. And that's why she was the one who tried protecting him when she tried killing Taiju and actually did the first time. And I guess that makes sense. She is kind of obsessed with him. We saw it literally the first time we met her.
弟に手出すんじゃねえよ。
ハッカイは私が守る。ずっと家族を守ってきた。
All of it, brother.
君に初めて会った日に誓ったって。
All of it.
あれ全部嘘なのか。
And he was never able to change.
約束？そんなもんでお前を盾にしてやがったからよ。俺がしつけてやったんだ。二人ともこっち来い。
It's a big ass house. This dude's just abused everyone his whole life. This is all he knows.
さも自分がしたことのようにお前らに話した。お前それって最低じゃん。
Absolutely. But it's the only way he could, like, probably justify it to himself. What he was doing was okay. And he was also probably afraid of the reaction if he said something like that.
本当はただただ大樹が怖くて刺すしかなかった。自分の弱さから逃げるために。赤い。お前は出せ。でもな、出せえのはてめえだけだなんて思うなよ。俺はもっとダサかった。
ほんとダセえな八海。生まれた環境を憎むななんてカッコつけといてあれだけどよ。俺も本当はすっげえ憎んだ。
Yeah.
逃げてんのはお前だけじゃねえ。みんな弱え。だから仲間がいる。
Back to what Takamichi said.
そんな嘘でお前を見捨てねえ。
The worst part's being alone. It doesn't matter how much you suck. As long as you know you have people around you. Here we go. The whole squad's gonna take him on. 4v... Oh, never mind. He's gonna do this alone.
竹道お前らボロボロじゃねえか。ありがとう。もう怖くねえ。
教えられて強くなったつもりか。
It does feel that way. It's kind of... Yeah.
てめえはずっと柴家を守ってきた長男に逆らうのか。
やめろ大樹。ハッカイに手出すんじゃ。
There we go. Living up to what he said. Love it. Love it.
八海が変わった。殺すじゃなくてぶっ飛ばすって。未来が変わるぞ。竹道。
He wasn't the one who initially killed. He never intended to. Even now, he doesn't want to kill him. He just wants to beat him to a point that he understands, I think.
神はまだ私に試練を。
Oh my god.
家族をやめなければならないのですか。こんなにも愛しているのに、愛しているのに、愛しているのに。
Dude, he is, yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. If you're gonna show up now, it's your time, buddy. Oh, the whole squad's here. Nothing will change. Well, it will. It just won't change in a good way.
何笑ってんだよ。冗談じゃねえんだぞ。本当に死ぬかもしれねえんだぞ。
They live for this shit. Some things you just have to do.
苦しめた。兄貴失格だな。今度は俺らの番だ。
Yeah. It's our turn to go through some shit for him. So she tried to learn through her mom. He started taking the role that he thought he needed to take. For something just like that? Just wanted to see if he came clean.
てめえはあれだな。これからは二人分殴られるわけだ。
ずっと一人で守ってきた。
Let's go, boys. Now the adrenaline's fucking going, so now it doesn't matter that they're all beat. They're just feeling it right now. Yep, together, boys. We move as a team. Oh my god. He's so strong.
ゆずはは絶対俺が守る。
ゆずは一人じゃないね。
Mm-hmm.
ありがとう。みんな。
Okay, yeah. It's what it can only last so long before you start feeling something. And they're out of it. Kakai's got you though. Not gonna let you fall.
ごめんな竹道。地獄で顔洗ってこいカズ。ねえざめんぞ。
Nice.
まだ竹道の半分も食らってね。まだ。
Here come the bikes. Or is there only one? Is he alone?
緊張まで聞こえてきやがった。
He's hearing ringing. Oh, there's multiple. Is it just him and Draken, or do they get the whole fucking gang, bro?
この音。
マイキーのバブだ。
Yeah, they just let him through.
マイキーだと。
マイキー君さえいればブラックドラゴンに勝てる。
そうかな。
え？
そもそも俺らはトーマンとブラックド
あいやいやいや
協定に背いてここにいるんだ。
I'm still confused. I could have sworn it was just that he won't hit Mitsa or Yuzuha, and he did. So I could have sworn they broke it.
メリークリスマス。
Thanks, brother. Merry Christmas to you.
こんな日に何やってんだよ、お前ら。
Supposed to be a happy day. Okay, I love that. So that was a really, really well done episode. I think everything kind of tracks. Everything made sense. Everything was just done well, and it's a big focus on the siblings. And it basically switches up the narrative, I guess, that you kind of already had based on all of them. Although Taiju's doesn't really change much because he's still just an absolute dick for willingly, beating his sister even more, especially. But it's nice to see the change, I guess, in development that you have of what ended up happening here. So ultimately we find out Takai's basically been lying this whole time, where he's been saying everything that he's doing, and his goal of like defeating Taiju and stopping him and stuff was to put a stop to what he was doing to Yuzuha, which is actually correct, but he was basically saying that he's the one who's going out of his way, and he's been trying to protect her for a long time. But he's just like, he just can't, or he's at like a point that like it's hard for him, right? And that none of that's the case. Basically, Yuzuha, we get a lot of backstory for her, and her literal story just begins with right before her mom passed. Her mom basically held her, hugged her, and was like saying that she's going to protect her. And after her mom left, she basically thought, okay, if mom was out here trying to protect me, and I guess all the siblings, all the kids, it's my job now to protect all the kids. That's what I have to do. So, I mean, it makes sense. She kind of took that upon herself to always do that. And Taiju immediately started acting sporadically, I guess, because the dad's never around. So the only thing that he knows is violence. So all he knows is to discipline them through that way in order to get them to listen and do things proper and follow his direction and his order, right? Even for the simplest things, it's just like he's beating them for something as simple as leaving a light on. Like it's insane. But Yuzuha continued this in her entire life of just putting herself in the way of protecting Hawkeye. And Hawkeye was too afraid to ever do it. He was too afraid to ever step up and be a man, I guess is the only way to really put it. And I think that all just strictly boiled down to what Takemichi said, and it's something that he never really paid attention to or realized. I think he said something along the lines of like, fighting your hardest battle isn't like the hardest part, but the hardest thing is just having to be alone. And I understand that completely. And in this situation, it applies perfectly. And it applies for every single one of them, right? Yuzuha, her issue, her hardest battle isn't getting beat or do these things with her brother, right? That's not the hardest battle for her in the slightest. The hardest thing is having to face the reality that maybe one day she would end up being alone and she would lose her other brother and the one that she's trying to protect in Hawkeye. And because she doesn't realistically want anything to do with Taiju, but I guess based on, you know, how old they are and everything, she kind of has to. And she doesn't want to have to lose that person. She doesn't want to end up all alone because of that. She also doesn't want to lose herself, I guess, and leave him all alone. And it's pretty unfortunate that she has to feel that way. And then in Hawkeye's situation, he's more so just afraid to fight this battle. And that's because he never realistically, I guess, looked at it that way, that the battle itself isn't the difficult thing. But if you keep letting this go on and keep letting your sister get beat, you're going to end up probably alone one day because it might get to a point that she's no longer there. If something like that happens, what do you have left, right? And you're going to end up alone because you're not going to want to be around your brother anymore, I can tell you that. So it's overall just a shitty situation, but Takemichi kind of put things in perspective and, you know, made a good point for Hawkeye to start, I guess, realizing what's really going on, or, you know, how to at least feel in a way. And also all that on top of his determination to actually like back up the words that he's saying and showing he's not afraid to go after him, even though he's all fucked up himself. And he just doesn't want to have to lose anybody and end up alone. And that's why he's sitting here fighting this battle for the people that he, you know, loves and protects. And at one point he was all alone and he doesn't want to have to go back to that. And he's found himself something that I guess you could call a home. And he's got all these friends and all these people that, you know, he looks up to, and all these people, I guess, who probably look up to him and work with him. And he has so much now and he doesn't want to take any of that for granted and he doesn't want to lose any of that. So he's just doing what he can to kind of show Hawkeye there's another side to this, and you have to be strong and you have to fight some of these battles to realistically protect the people that you love. And his example, he didn't use it this episode, but his example, I guess, of fighting his hardest battle was breaking up with Hina. He doesn't want to have to lose something that he absolutely loves, but he doesn't want to end up all alone. So this battle of having to leave her and having to fight this, what's going on here, it only makes sense. And I'm assuming he's going to have some patching up to do with her at the end of this season or early next season or something. I'm assuming we just don't leave her out of the fold completely, and then things kind of get resolved a little bit and maybe he kind of explains it. But yeah, I enjoy that a lot. Taiju's still weird to me. I think he's just twisted, where he talks about like he has to kill people and why don't they listen to him and stuff. Like, I think he's probably just scarred from growing up and having to be alone and be like, oh, I'm the older brother and I have to take care of like everybody now that my mom's gone and stuff. But he's very manipulative and twisted, and I think it's probably just a result of that, unless he's just by nature like this. But yeah, I liked a lot. Everybody coming together, everybody fighting, you're just running off of adrenaline on that point. You finally got Hawkeye to come to his senses and be like, all right, I have to beat this guy. He's not going to kill him. He said, I'm going to beat. He doesn't have any intentions of killing him. Yuzuha was the one who killed him. He has no intentions of doing that. He just wants to beat him, basically put him in his place and have his crew rise up on top, also put this, you know, just bring them down a notch. And being able to see all of them come together and work together to fight, I like that a lot. I like that we were able to see that and it wasn't immediately interrupted by like Mikey or the rest of the group or something showing up, right? I like that they all banded together, worked through what the problem really was for them, and they're able to work together now and just start trying to fight. And they just ran off of all the adrenaline that they had throughout that moment. Their body can only hold up so much though, and they've taken so much of a beating, all of them already. It's kind of difficult. And then Mikey showing up at the end, I don't know why they just let him through. That was, I don't know if they did or if he just beat everyone up along his way. I doubt it though. And then him showing up is cool. So I'm assuming we're gonna get Taiju and Mikey fighting here. Probably wrap that up next episode. What's next episode? 9. So is it 9? Next episode, episode 9. So maybe wrap it up on 10, let it go 2. We're probably gonna get Taiju backstory a little bit into it, and then the last 2 or 3 episodes will be us returning to the future, or us sorting anything else out we have to in the past, maybe. So I think I like that a lot, because I was initially under the impression we were just gonna go this entire length of the season, just like building up to this like fight, and then instead it started in the middle of the season, and then now it seems like we're kind of climaxed, unless the whole gang's gonna get involved and it's just gonna keep going. But I think one of you guys clarified for me down below that there is stuff to patch up and stuff at the end of the season, so it probably will take more than an episode to do whatever we have to do, which I think makes a lot of sense. So that's cool. But overall, yeah, I like this a lot more. And I guess I didn't really want to touch on it, but I will one more time for the one of you that's still here listening. The animation like wasn't as poor, I guess, this episode. They used the fighting scenes, like the certain shots and stuff that they used were a lot better to kind of mask that in a way. And I think the shots and stuff that they use specifically for this are probably just frames strictly taken out the manga, and they just added like motion of somebody throwing a punch or something. Honestly, I'd much rather that than watching the way that they tried to do it last episode, and it did not look good in the slightest. And even this doesn't look good by any means. I'm not saying that it is, and I'm not trying to hate on it. It's passable. Like, it's something I feel like I can watch, and I'm not thinking like, oh, this looks terrible like I had to last time. So that's that. I'm not going to bring that up anymore for the rest of the season, at least. But yeah, if you enjoyed it all, please leave a like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. Follow me on Twitter and my anime list. Both of those links are in the description. Recommend any other shows maybe you want me to watch, especially for next season. I have like a couple that I'm looking at. So if you have any that you want me to watch, do that. Hopefully I see you back for next week in episode 9. Have a good one.